Hey all, welcome to another video of She Coders. In this video, we are gonna discuss how to reverse a string in place or with additional memory. This is one of the simplest program in string manipulation and there are several methods to reverse a string. Here I will cover some of the methods and I am using C language. You may be using some other language. Whichever be the language, anyway the logic remains the same. So first of all, let us look how to reverse a string using an additional memory. The logic we use here is that to take a user input, that is we take a string from the user and store it in a string variable and we traverse through that string from the end of the string. Meanwhile, we take each character of that string and store into another string, which gives the reversed form of the string that is inputted by the user. So now let us look at the code. Here, initially I had declared two string variables, that is str and str1. Str is to take the user input and str1 is to store the reversed form of the string. For example, if the user gives a string as hi, that is HAI, then str1 should return as IAH, that is just reverse of hi. Then I have declared a variable len to store the length of the string that is inputted by the user, then a variable j. Then I'll say user to enter the string. The string is taken using gets function, so I will get space also. The main thing that you need to understand is that how a string is stored in memory. In any string manipulation program, the first and foremost thing that you need to understand is that how a string is stored. Here you may notice that I had used character array, that is char str of 30. So a string is stored as array of characters. That is, if I have given hi, H has an index. Similarly, A also has an index, I will also have an index. And the basic logic is that we will take the first character to have an index of 0 and so on. And if there is a string of length n, then the last index, that is the last character, has an index of n minus 1. If we enter a string of length 6, then the index of last character is 5. Then in order to get a reversed form of the first string, we need to store the character which is at last position to the new string, that is str of 1. It is because that the index starts from 0th position, the last character has an index of n minus 1 and we need to store this character at n minus 1th position to the first position of our new string. Hope you have understand the concept. Thus anyway we need the length of the string and the index will be the total length minus 1. And here I use strlen function. Ensure that you have included the library string.h when you are using strlen function. In order to get each character, we need to traverse through a string. For traversing through a string, we use for loop. You can use any of the loop. Here I am using for loop. And the main thing that you need to notice is that here I am traversing from the end. Thus, I have initialized the variable I with length minus 1. That is, if I have a string of length 7, the index of that last character will be 6. That is 7 minus 1, 6. And I have already initialized j to 0. Thus str1 of 0 equal to str of the last character, the index of last character. After storing that value, j is incremented, that is to 1. Meantime, we need to decrement the index of the first string. And this process is repeated until the index reaches minus 1. That is, we need to take the character at 0th position also. Okay. Then when it is equal to minus 1, the condition becomes false and it gets out of the loop. Now we have the actual string in str and its reversed form in str1. Now let's see the output. Here we will give the user input as shecoders. Yeah, we have got the output. The exact reverse of the string is obtained. So now let us see another method. Without storing also, you can just print like this. In this program, the method is same, the concept used is same, but here I didn't use an extra additional memory, that is str1. I have directly printed. I have just traversed and printed letter by letter. Both the code are same, but only the difference is that here I didn't store the character into a new string. Instead, I just go on printing the characters. Then another method is that by swapping. You may be familiar with the concept of swapping, that is to interchange the value at two memory locations. Okay, here what we does is that we will take the first character of a string and it will be stored in the last position, and the last value, that is the last character, to the first, that is both the characters get interchanged. And same way the second character with the second last character, in such a way till it traverses till it reach the middle character. That is the string, we need to traverse through the string till length by 2. For swapping, here I will store the first character to a variable, and then I will take the last character and store at the first position. And storing the first character into a variable is that to ensure I will not lose the value, the initial value is not lost, because I need to store that value into the last position. In such a way, this process is repeated until we reach the middle value. In such a way, without using an additional memory, we by swapping within the string itself, we will get the reverse of a string. So now let us see the code. Here I have declared a character array str and a variable ch in order to store a character, then length to store the length of the string. Here also we need length. Then I will take the user input, then I will use here loop for traversing. Here I am traversing from the beginning itself, that is from 0, thus I is initialized to 0. Then you may wonder how to get the position from the end of the string. For that, what I use is that length minus 1, that is if it is of 6, it would be 5 minus I. Here now the I value is 0, then str of 0 equal to str of 5. Okay, I think you are clear of that. Then look, if I equal to 1, str of 1 equal to str of 3. Then the value at the index 3rd is stored to the index 1. And after that, the value which I have already stored in ch, that is the value at first position, is stored back to the last position. In such a way, the swapping continues until we reach the middle of that string. Then now we will have the reverse string within the same str variable itself. Let us see the output. Okay, I'll enter a shecoders. Yes, here's the output, in the exact reverse form. So that's it. So far I had discussed 3 code. 2 of them are approx same and one is different by using swapping method. Hope all of you are clear.